Alright, so I do this one. I'm gonna look into Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Um, the only reason I'm bringing her up is because I was watching Facebook polls and all this. That said that she's gonna go run against JD Vance. So because you brought in Vance, and I already established that he's already going to win the 2028 election. But people say that, well, Alexandria is. Well, I already know that's not true, and there's reasons why that is. I already made a video about that, and I showed you all the numbers: 38, 40/41, and 44. So, let's look at her information, and let's see if she matches. I know she doesn't match, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Because this is what they're talking about in politics these days. Well, apparently on Facebook at least. So, first things first. Let's look. I'm trying to think if I should do the age first or if I should do the age or etymology. Let's do the age first. Oops. Let me copy and paste that because I can never spell that. That's a long word for me to spell. Long name. How old will be on February, January 20th or 21st of 2028? She's born on October 13th, 1989, so she'll be 39 years old. Her birthday would not have happened yet, so she'll be 39. She'll be 38 years old on January 20th, 2028. So, from her age, she is 38. And she will be 38 in 2028. However, people are not going to like what I say here, but although I will say, if she's planning to roll in this, 38 is it's kind of like an age of awareness, if you will, something like that. Because 38 is where it starts. So something happens big in her life when she's 38. She won't be president, though. Of course not. I'm not going to go into reasons why she can't be. In the way that people would not like. But on that alone, she can't be. So, if the etymology of her full name, and that might not even be a full name, it might be even longer than that. So, give me the etymology of her full name. Here's the etymology of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Alexandria is Greek for to defend, to protect, or man or people. We've seen this before. It says, meaning defender of people, protector of humankind. The name was popularized by Alexander the Great, and Alexandria literally means belonging to Alexander, or of the defender. It became a common feminine form in later Greek and Roman usage. So she does have that persona in government. She has that defender of people, protector of humankind. At least that's what she portrays herself to be. Ocasio is Spanish for all, meaning toward. and caer to fall, meaning occasion, opportunity, or chance moment. In Spanish usage, surnames derived from Ocasio often implied someone connected to a timely event, or metaphorically one who arrives at the right moment. Sounds like she could be president, but the number 38 is a big thing there. That's the right moment in her life. This wouldn't be true to everybody. No, if you're watching this isn't true for people who are just watching this video. This is for people who are on the world stage right now. They're making moves. They're in positions of power. This doesn't apply to people today who are just watching this video. So if your name is the same as hers, this doesn't apply to you. Although something might happen to you when you're 38. Maybe that pushes you somewhere in power, but it's not at this. It won't apply to everyone universally, is what I'm trying to say. Cortez. Curtis equals enclosed yard, court, or domain, later associated with royal court or seat of authority. Again, that sounds like the president, right? Meaning of the court, courteous, or one belonging to authority. It can imply governance, administration, proximity to power, or decision-making structures. So she has all of that. She has all of that. But she won't be president. You can't have to... Although, twist turn of events, she could be vice president if... there could be something that comes up where things shift in such a way where things align where she has to be. That could happen. She'd be 38. She'd be 38 at the time. And at a Facebook post, they have her competing against Vance. Who's not to say that there might actually be one of the same? Although that'd be very strange, because that might not make a lot of sense, because Vance is Republican, but Alexandria Cortez, she's Democrat. However, remember what I said? I said that when Trump gets off the world stage on June 19th, it's going to be a fallout for this. It's going to be a civil war against conservatives and MAGA supporters. There's going to be this huge war. Democrats will not be involved in this. It will cause a downfall of the conservative parties. So Vance has to make a decision. Well, Vance will go from vice president to president. He won't have a vice president at that time. But when he runs again in the election, he could bring a Democrat into power because he has no moves left to bring in a Republican, or it could restart. I could see that. That might sound like a leap, but if that comes to fruition as I say it will, then yeah, she would be the gap between Republicans and Democrats. So she will have a sort of power that the president doesn't have, but that the president never had, and at the same time, a position that the vice president didn't have. Although Kamala kind of did have that kind of power. She was more on the stage than Biden was for global things. But I think that domestically speaking, Alexandria could definitely be that missing piece in domestically. With Vance doing, which I think Vance was Vance in the whole MSC? I think he was. I don't remember. Either Trump was there and Vance wasn't, or Vance was there and he wasn't. I don't remember. But I can definitely see how this could play out. When you place the etymology side by side, the literal linguistic composite reads something like defender people arriving at the moment of opportunity associated with the court of authority. Court or authority. Vice President. Defender people arriving at the moment of opportunity. Yeah, she's right at the right spot because there's no one else who's a Democrat in that position. Yeah. That's not someone's prophecy, just how the roots line up historically. What is banging? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, so interesting. I would say I'll go ahead and wager that she would be vice president in 2020 alongside Vance. Even though they're completely different parties, that aligns with what I've been saying with Trump. If something happens to Trump and he does get removed forcefully, then yeah, Vance will have to take over. He'll be president, and it would be better for Alexandria Cortez to fill in that space as vice president, because Vance can't do it on his own because of his party. So yeah, you need two people to do it. I didn't think about that before, but yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, guys, I'll end it here, and it's interesting what we uncover by using ChatGPT and stuff, because we do learn things that we never thought of before, and even if things do seem impossible today, they're possible in the future, and it aligns to everything that's been happening, and we've seen that countless times on this channel. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a comment what you think about this, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.